The first thing I have to say today is sorry, and the rest of the video is about why. Your generation said if you are born in the latest 90s or 2000, which makes you now about 12 to 18, and you are screwed to a large degree, and it's because we, the Generation X, did not rebel against our baby boomer parents. Let me tell why that happened. The boomers followed the big wars, and it was a climate of change. The idea was that the big wars were a result of capitalism, nationalism, chauvinism, and so on, and the world would be far better if all would be nice to each other. So a plan was forged. We forced them to be nice. They found out that it won't work just to demonstrate. They had to act. A particular guy, a German with the name of Rudi Dutschke, did set the most important stage. He argued that a nation can't be destroyed from the outside, but very possibly from the inside. So he proposed that activists should play the game, should join the established parties and process in the ranks to the point where they can use the power to demolish the nation. And they did that. 30 years later, they are there. More or less all the left-leaning parties have now leaderships that are very strongly influenced by this very strategy. The baby boomers wanted to destroy the nation, the family, security, diversity, religion, and most of all, the ability to reason. And they succeeded, to a large degree, in their own generation and our generation. We, the Generation X, was the generation that felt these paradigmatic changes the first. We're the generation that was raised by the state, lived in divorce-broken families, had weak male identification models. Because a strong man was per se evil in this time, we were dominated and led by women who were not very fit to lead. But we did not rebel. We thought this is a good thing. It's about liberation and stuff. We were the generation without structure. And when my generation did start to breed, the result was a generation without anything. No structure, no rules, no rights, no wrongs, no good, no bad, no ideals whatsoever, but slogans and hollow phrases. The generation of the millennials had nothing but the likes on their Facebook pages. This is what they lived for, as the boomers lived for change for the sake of change. But since this is just not enough to live a meaningful life, the young celebrated a newborn caste system that was embedded in a cult called social justice, and the boomers loved it. This system is intolerant, oppressive, and absolutely anti-reason. It's based on an intimidation, threat, and hate. It's basically a religion with the ambition to rule all over the world, and they came far, very far. And now you are there and ask, who is to blame? And it's all of us oldies. It's the boomers for following an idea that was already proven wrong. Socialism was already in this time proven to bring only oppression. And it's my generation, it's Generation X, because we did not act. We thought it could work out. It might, but it did not. Most of us see that now. We fell for a damn good PR scam. We did not rebel, but we do it kind of now. It might be a bit late, but we try to do the right thing now. We call the boomers out on their bullshit, and we have your back in your fight against the millennials. The generation that is a manifestation of delusion and denial. And of course, the boomers, the only generation that is richer than their parents and richer than their children, and still refuse to say, okay, we fucked up, sorry, you are right, we messed up your future. Well, we leave you alone repairing what can be repaired. This generation is drunken by their power they have now over all of us, and their wish to force their dystopia on us, because they don't see the flaw. Generation Z has the potential to become a great generation, because hard times make great people. Your generation will be forced to change the paradigm, because we can't go on as we did. I think it will be your generation that brings a renaissance of reason and a rebirth of the idea that it is okay to be different, that groups can be different, and that we don't have to be friends with anyone, and that there is no reason to smash those who are not our friends. And remembering that different people can live peaceful next to each other, and that just ignoring each other, a separation of each other, is not just a viable option, but the only and best option for world peace. All these movements who want to unify the world under one banner, be that Islam, socialism, communism, or whatever, has to be contained, not destroyed, contained. Contained to places where the rest of us can observe their failure, because they fail over and over and over again, because collectivism is a terrible thing for those of us who are able to think for ourselves. There is a fight ahead, a real revolutionary conquest of the West. You would not had to fight it if we had rebelled, and I'm sorry for that. But be sure that we have your back. You're not alone. You're not alone.